Advanced HeroQuest. Terror in the Dark is an expansion for Advanced HeroQuest, the only one that officially exists, and comes in a sizable box. It is extremely inaccessible, selling on eBay ranging anywhere from $700 to $1,500 USD, depending on the contents and the condition. I've seen the box itself just go for over $500. This is not an insignificant expansion. It actually comes with a lot to offer for players of Advanced HeroQuest. A 96-page rulebook packed with new rules for treasure, magic henchmen, a quest generation system, new monsters, and a complete 5-part adventure, The Quest for Lishmaster. 6 sheets of new card floor plans, player handouts, and a host of new hazard counters. 4 new types of henchmen for your heroes. Just looking at the picture to see everything that comes with this expansion makes it seem pretty exciting, a very worthy addition to your Advanced HeroQuest toolbox. However, we're not exactly here to talk about Advanced HeroQuest today. We're here to talk more about this reproduction box of Advanced HeroQuest's Terror in the Dark expansion that you can get from HeroQuest. Now, it's been a long time since I've talked about HeroQuest, and this might be the first time I've actually talked about HeroQuest on this channel. This is an Etsy.com store, and you can get various replicas of things that are no longer in print. The store has had its share of troubles before, understandably. I believe it was taken down once. You may need to do a bit of searching in order to find the correct store now. This replica box makes itself very known. It makes it clear that it is a reproduction product. This replica is tribute to keeping the love for the game alive and well, and it is not intended as a challenge or a threat to anyone's copyright. Was lovingly made in New Zealand and is artistic-wise very good quality. I don't have a copy of the Advanced HeroQuest official box to compare against, but I have always loved this picture. You get a little bit of a blur, I would guess, because this is actually just a huge resolution image that has to be a very high DPI to be printed on this box with even the level of detail that it has, let alone the level of detail that it actually is on the official box. But other than that, all of the details seem to be exactly spot on and just professionally made. The material itself, it is a thin material. It is likely not the same material that the actual boxes are made out of. If you have HeroQuest's HeroQuest expansion reproduction boxes, it is a similar material, although this is a lot less glossy. It's a lot more matte, and it is a lot more matte feeling instead of gloss feeling, if that makes sense. But it is a very similar thickness. So this box really just serves one purpose, and that is to hold your game components, should you have any. For me, it serves the purpose of being on my game's shelf and just having an entry spot reserved for this expansion. I don't know that I'll ever own the official Advanced HeroQuest Terror in the Dark expansion. I just don't have $700 to $1,500 lying around to throw at something like that. I know it seems like I should, and believe me, I wish that were true. But I will say I will make whatever effort I can to acquire the extra components piecemeal if I have to, in order to be able to supplement my Advanced HeroQuest game. I particularly love the fact that there's a 96-page book. I don't know if I love that. I kind of love it, and also at the same time, it's very ambivalent. It's very looming storm cloud threat. It's like a person who loves to see tornadoes. This is a tornado. Do I love to see it? Well, I mean, we'll see. It's 96 pages. This ships to you flat. It comes in 2 pieces, obviously, that you will take and fold up yourself. And actually, the seams where they fold together in the interior have glue tabs so that it is extremely easy for you to build your own box. Once you've built the bottom and the top, you can just slide them together and they are sized to fit perfectly. I did go a little too tight on one of the corners for my upper lid here, and so mine was kind of hard to shove down onto the bottom, but I'm never going to take this back apart. There are no interior details. It's just white, and I don't have any product in here. Whatever product I do get for my expansion is going to go into the box that holds my base game system for Advanced HeroQuest. So we're not looking at any big loss there. That can stay right on my shelf and then right there. That is not the only thing that I wanted to talk to you about today. There's one more. These lovely I want to call them reproduction Advanced HeroQuest monster cards, but they're not reproductions. They're actually an original creation. They do utilize elements from Advanced HeroQuest, but their purpose is to allow you to get rid of the monster chart that comes with the manual in Advanced HeroQuest. Now I'm going to pull out the manual for Advanced HeroQuest, the rules for heroic roleplay, just to make it very clear what I'm talking about here. And this is at the monster reference tables. The game comes with a host of monster reference tables, double-sided, and you can refer to these while bringing in new miniatures into your Advanced HeroQuest game to represent new monsters. All of the monsters here are pre-built and ready for you to play with. This is kind of seen as one of the cardinal sins of Games Workshop, manifesting early on in its life, and something that is a huge departure from regular HeroQuest in that this is very much saying, hey, if you kids have our Games Workshop Citadel miniatures sold separately, you too can have additional monsters with your game. And that's really the feeling we get from this. It's a bit skeezy. It would be awesome if we had the majority of monsters coming with the game, and whatever other monsters there were here were actually with expansions and so on and so forth. But this is to be expected from Games Workshop. At any rate, we have each monster listed here, all of the ones taken from Classic HeroQuest, as well as a ton of different Skaven from different clans, different roles, and boss monsters to be used. Different. Oh, I love the Lord, the Daemon of Tzeentch is one of my favorites. If I could get any of these, just one, this is the one that I'm going to get one of these days. But just a host of bosses and different monsters, and they all have their own unique stats in terms of weapon skill, toughness, strength. It's all here, as well as their 2-hit in hand-to-hand combat and ranged combat stats. We've got equipment notes as well. All of this has been recreated in the form of these, I'm going to call it very nice, very practical, a bit small in the detail, but otherwise beautiful card deck. And now it's time to read through the cards, give you an overview, give you a cracking unboxing of the cards, an uncarding. What was this? Was this a cracking unbox? I didn't unbox anything. I didn't rebox anything. It was just a cracking boxing. There are 40 monsters in the Advanced HeroQuest monster lookup charts. There are 60 cards, so that actually is because the cards contain monsters from Terror in the Dark as well. In no particular order, let us take a look. Skaven Warlord. Skaven Jezilakis team. I'm going to mispronounce some of these. I do apologize. I've only ever seen them in writing. I haven't heard the names spoken before. You'll also notice there's going to be a bit of variance between the scale in the art used, not the scales of the model. They're all using pretty well Old Hammer models consistently. But sometimes the art is a little bit bigger. Sometimes it's a little smaller. Sometimes you will see typos or misspelled words. Our Skaven with a K here, our Skaven with a C here. Clan, Eshin, Assassin, Kiwis, Skaven Slave Master. If it is going to be from something other than the base game system, you'll see it listed here. This one says the Troll Slayer's Oath, which I'm not sure what that is. I hope that that's part of Terror in the Dark. Skaven Warpfire Thrower Team. Skaven Poisoned Wind Globadier. Skaven Beastmaster, the Troll Slayer's Oath. Clan Pestilence Plague Monk. Clan Pestilence Plague Monk. You might ask why there are two. They're not identical. They each have slightly different stats as well as different equipment. And a different model, obviously. Giant Rat. Clan Scryer Warp Reaver. Skaven Night Runner. Rat Ogre. Skaven Gutter Runner. Skaven Gutter Runner from the Troll Slayer's Oath. We've got a typo. We're missing an R in Gutter. Skaven Slave. Skaven Warrior. Orc War Chief. Skaven Champion. Skaven Sentry. Skaven Warlord. Clan Scryer White Skaven Sorcerer. Zombie. This is actually a skeleton. I think either the model or the name should be changed. Mummy. Ghoul. White. The quest for Sonkling? Interesting. Undead Champion. Leech. White. Vampire. Chaos Thug Sentry. Chaos Thug. Chaos Lord of Tzeentch. From the Changing Facts of Tzeentch. Chaos Warrior. Chaos Lord. Chaos Sorcerer. Bloodthirster. Daemonette. Beastman Champion. The Greater Daemon of Tzeentch. Beastman Sentry. Beastman Champion. Beastman Champion. Beastman Sentry. Minotaur Lord. Minotaur. Minotaur. Ogre Chieftain. Ogre. The Org. Cave Troll. Troll. Fimir. Orc Warlord. Orc Champion. Orc. Orc Sentry. Goblin Archer. And, of course, Goblin. These cards don't come with the Advanced HeroQuest reproduction box. They are actually a separate listing on the same Etsy store. So if you're interested in these things, be aware that they are two different listings. Anyways, I'll put a link to what I know in the description below. Otherwise, go to Etsy and happy hunting. A search for Advanced HeroQuest should show you what I miss. To those of you for whom reproduction of classic elements that are no longer in print is not any sort of moral issue, I thought that this might be pretty good information. Brave Heroes, thank you so much for watching. Comment anything you'd like down below, and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye for now.